In this demo, we'll show how a user creates a project and shares it with collaborators. After the user makes changes to the data and publishes them, collaborators can implement these changes to display the latest data. Open Teamcenter Share and create a new project. Add studies to the project. Share the project with collaborators. In this example, we'll share with just one collaborator, but of course you can select multiple collaborators. Set the access level for this collaborator. And click Share Now. After sharing the project, User 1 has logged in to process Simulate. Note that the user initials for User 1 are VS. User 1 has opened the new Teamcenter Share Viewer to load the shared study. To enable concurrent work on shared data, you must load studies from Teamcenter Share. Loading data with the load command does not enable concurrent work. In the Teamcenter Share Viewer, click the load icon. The data is displayed. The additional initials icon indicates that User 2, SV, has also loaded the study. This means users 1, VS, and 2, SV can work on the data concurrently. In fact, these material handling operations are locked as User 2 is working on them. User 1 is working on these robotic weld operations. Open the Collaborative Activity window. The pending updates list is empty as collaborators have not made any changes yet. The recent updates list shows changes that have been implemented by all users, and the history list shows changes made in previous sessions by User 2 and by other users were you to have added them to the collaborators list. Click any update in the Collaborative Activity window to jump to the updated object. Now we'll demo changes made by User 1 that User 2 can implement, as we'll soon see. User 1 selected Resources and Operations and locked them. The affected nodes are locked and marked with green arrows. User 1 has continued editing the operations. While User 1 is working on the data, User 2 has published changes. The orange arrows indicate that updated versions of these objects are available. They remain locked until you fetch them. The number of pending update packages shown in red also indicates there are items updated by collaborators. Open the Collaborative Activity window. Review User 2's changes. Fetch the changes to update the data with the collaborators' changes. Note you can implement collaborators' changes at any time. It is not necessary to publish your changes in order to implement collaborators' changes. After implementing User 2's changes, the material handling operations now show the content created by User 2, as indicated by the plus symbols. Meanwhile, User 1 is simulating Station A40. There seems to be a problem that Operation 20 runs before Operation 10. Lock Station A40. Lock the operations. Unlink the operations. And link them in the correct order. Let's run the simulation. When you are satisfied with your work, publish the changes to enable collaborators to update their view of the data. The affected nodes are unlocked and their green arrows removed. Now let's swap to the view of User 2, SV. The notification in the Collaborative Activity window and the orange arrows indicate that another user, User 1 known as VS, has published changes to these nodes. Open the Collaborative Activity window. The pending updates list shows the changes made by User 1. Review the changes. Click Fetch to implement User 1's changes in your view. The robot's pose changes. The orange arrows are removed from the affected nodes. The order of operations is updated in the sequence editor. And the robot welding path is updated as shown in the upcoming simulation. Let's run the simulation. This is the updated robot welding path. This diagram summarizes the new capabilities for concurrent work in Process Simulate. Enables concurrent work by multiple collaborators. Modifications of all collaborators are merged into a common repository. System employs locks to enforce editing by a single user. System sends lock/unlock and modification notifications. On-demand refresh capability to view the latest data updates.